Beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, we're here today to talk about Ready to Love. It's called the dating game, and this is going to be quick because basically it should be called Kayla is not okay. Oh my God, this girl was giving sob story after sob story. However, she was like, that's okay. I'm jumping ahead. We're going to get to it. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing. It is totally free. If you are already one of my subbies, y'all already know it's the Beautiful People family. I am happy to have everyone here. Like the video. It does well for the analytics. Yeah, I just said like. The video. Comment, let's have a little dialogue and let's get to it. So basically we knew what was going to happen. It starts off where nephew Tommy, I'm sorry, and we have to send prayers up to nephew Tommy. Thank God he was able to catch his cancer early and he is totally cancer free. Hold on. Sorry, guys. He is totally cancer free, and that is a blessing. Thank God. We wish him a speedy recovery. But the episode starts off with him, cutting in and being like, listen, I'm going to make the choice. We knew it was going to happen. What's his name? LJ Tight Pants. He is not there. He is cut, which he should be. He should have been cut last week when he brought his girlfriend. And I don't care what y'all say. That's his girlfriend. Probably today, as of today, that's his girlfriend. They're back together. They were still sleeping together. They're together. He didn't want to be there. He didn't like none of them girls. And then, of course, Crochet Hair was up there like, oh, be still my heart. First of all, did you still really want to be with this man after he came and told you that he was still sleeping with this girl? Like, or did you still just want to be in the game? I mean, and that was only her only real connection, right? I mean, I know her and what's his name, Randall, the hoochie daddy short guy. I know they, was talking or whatever, but it was nothing huge. So she could really go home. She could have been like, hold on, Tommy, I'm gonna head out with you. All right, next, nephew Tommy, after saying, LJ has to leave, nephew Tommy comes back. They're gonna play a dating game. And he asks Kayla, brown girl, who she wants to play for. You got a couple of connections. Who is her other connection? It's supposed to be Randall, right? Who do you want to play for? She picked Mike. And it's so funny because Mike is sitting there. She's in the middle of him and Brandy. He has his arm around the couch or whatever. And Brandy is sitting there rubbing his arm. So kind of both of their arms is around Kayla, but not so much, but they're touching each other. It's the craziest thing. It's like that meme or that little picture where the guy is standing there with two girls and he's hugging one, but then behind the back they're holding hands. Just craziness where I'm just like, this is ridiculous. So after Tommy asked Brandy, who you want to play for? And she's like, Mike, you already know. And I'm like, Chihuahua, calm down. Calm the fuck down. Y'all can have each other. We know y'all like each other. Y'all don't like, he don't like Kayla. We get it. Calm down. All right, so we're not going to go over all the questions in this game. We just going to talk about exactly what happened. So the guys got the whiteboards. They're sitting behind the women. The women have to answer the questions, and the guys reveal their answers. Brandy is out right away. She don't know shit about Mike. And what's her name is still going. Kayla ends up winning, knowing him well enough, but she don't win the whole game because Trinika ends up knowing Randall. And y'all, why is Randall sitting like that? Like he got both of his feet up on the back of the couch and everything. Like something is just off with him. I don't understand how he has so many connections because something is, I don't know. It's not very, I don't know. And something is off with him. But, he ends up having, not having, but Trinika wins. The crochet hair girl, she wins. And they're going on this big, fabulous date that, what's his name? Nephew Tommy told them about. So Brandy, as Kayla was sitting there still answering questions, she was slowly getting angrier and angrier because Brandy is winning. She didn't want her to win a date. And, of course, we know the mask. I can't even remember her real name for real. She was mad for real because, she feels like Randall is just all hers. Like she would wear his skin if she could. Like, oh my gosh, she is giving just crazy vibes to me. It's ridiculous how crazy her vibes are. But again, Randall and Trinika end up winning, and it's like, girl, why are you still here? And that is exactly what Kayla said, where she's like, oh, it's a waste of a date because, they not really feeling each other, and kind of like, why is she still here? And I'm like, but sis, why are you still here? They end up going on this date. It's I won't say awkward, but it's in the backyard. It's like nowhere. It's not an escape from the escape, like Tommy said. And Randall seemed like he was very disappointed. Crochet hair was girl hair. Lord, crochet hair girl was happy. She's like, oh, I'm into this kind of stuff or whatever. They got their feet washed, and the lady wanted them to do like deep gazing, where they just look in each other's eyes, and she's like rubbing his feet. Ugh, okay, girl. I don't know. The whole desperation on this show just drives me absolutely crazy. Let him rub your goddamn feet. What are you doing? But anyway, so apparently they supposed to have this hella connection now that they've had this date or whatever. He feels like, maybe he should have taken her more seriously. It's whatever for them. Who cares? Then we're back at the house and they're all, cooking and everything. And Kayla is just feeling very left out, which she is. And Brandy is in the confessional saying, little Chihuahua, she's saying, well, I understand why she's still here. She has all these different connections. However, she's not anyone's top. And I'm like, ooh, that would be the truth though. Oh my God, it's an unfortunate truth, but it is. And the fact that she's feeling this way and you're around all these guys that supposedly like you and nobody's showing you attention, and you're picking up on this because you're not stupid, but you're choosing to look over it. That's why I say these people got to be playing for money or something, because what is the point? Why are you still there? So now it's time to go, and Samson and handsome Squidward, they're in the kitchen. He's asking her to help him pack, and she's like, sure. And I'm like, girl, it would be a no for me. I'd be like, dude, that's just not what I'm gonna do. I'm just not gonna do that. But she says fine, and you can tell by the way she look at him, she's not into him at all. She's not feeling him. And it's unfortunate because I think at first she really was, but I just think that he's not giving it up. Like he's not giving her anything to go off of, and she's getting it, which later on in the show she is going to say, listen, I know when someone is into me, I can tell. And he's putting on, and yeah, I feel like he's putting on, and she is over it. But it's time to go. Everybody's walking their women to the cars, the ones that they like anyway. Mask is being walked to the car by Randall. Little Chihuahua is being walked to the car by Mike. Full Force got Big Mouth, Round the Way Girl. And nobody's walking, what's her name? Brown Girl, not Tranika, and Tranika. Nobody's walking Brown Girl and Tranika to the car. And Brown Girl realizes this. She's like, everybody is, doing their own thing. Nobody's paying attention to me. Nobody's asking me, am I okay? Nobody. And I'm like, all of that, ding, 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 should be telling you something. And then she says how Mike comes up, and wants to talk to her and tell her, I'm sorry that you felt left out. I know how you felt or whatever, and I still want this connection with you. And I'm like, he is playing a game, girl. He still doesn't want to just have one connection, even though he's not feeling you, and you can feel it, you can tell. And she's like, and it's a shame that he had to wait until the other girl. And I'm like, that's what y'all on right now? You can't even say her name? Okay. But he had to wait until the other girl left before he gives me some attention. And again, she's not dumb. She's picking up on everything. However, in the next breath, she's like, but it's okay. I'm going to continue. And I'm like, well, then you dumb as hell. Like, excuse me. Don't keep complaining to us then if you are going to keep accepting this shit. You see it. You recognize it. You don't feel good about it. However, you're going to keep doing it, then that's on you, sis. Before they leave, we have the Mask and Hoochie Daddy Shorts having a conversation, and she's basically telling him that he has to choose or whatever. Like, what's going on? You need to be making a choice. And he's like, listen, we're only weeks in, so it is what it is. The only thing I can say good about him is that he's playing the game and he's not playing with them. He's letting each and every one of them know, no, I'm not. I don't think he's told anybody that they're his top. If he has, I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, but He is constantly telling all of them, listen, it's a process. I'm doing the process. And that's what he told her here. It's a process, and that is what I am doing. And she just have to accept that, basically. Listen, he can't help it if you guys don't have other connections. The man should have made other connections. Like, if he's your only one, that's on you. But he got three. I still, again, don't know how, but he does. And he's playing the game. So she got to get over it. All right, so then we have Samson going to see handsome Squidward doing what she's doing. She's an esthetician, and he's going to get his facial. And she said normally when she's doing a facial, people kind of open up to her, and she's trying to get him to open up a little bit. Doesn't really work. Well, he kind of told her that he doesn't really cry. He hasn't cried in a long time or whatever, so he opened up a little bit. But afterwards they're having champagne, and she's letting him know, listen, I just feel like I need more. And he's like, after everything I've done, all the words I've said to you. And I just found out that he's a motivational speaker, they say, and it makes sense. Like, it makes sense big time, because he's always giving off that motivational speaker type shit. And that was what he was trying to do to her again. After everything I've said to you, everything I've done for you, you need more reassurance. Like, what's going on with that? And she's like, I didn't say reassurance. I didn't say I was second guessing anything. I'm just saying, at this point, I should know more about you. We should be, a little farther along than just the surface stuff that we talk about. And he got an attitude. And I'm like, what? And then he's like, so what are you doing for the rest of the day? And she starts laughing like, that ain't it. That ain't what I'm trying to talk about. And he's like, no, I'm serious. And then he starts going on with balance. You got to give me a little bit of what I need too. And it pissed me off because in the confessional, he called her Hurricane Charisse. And I'm just like, hold on. Hold the fuck on. Charisse has not been a hurricane since the first couple of episodes, so I am offended by that. I can't stand people who won't let you change, won't allow you to change. Like, if I've changed and I've not shown you that, I'm not saying that, she's totally innocent. No, she was shitty in the first couple episodes, and I'm sure she still has that in her, but she's not giving that off. So why are you calling her Hurricane Charisse just because she said something that you disagree with and you wrong? I'm sorry, you're wrong. But, oh my God, I was so pissed off by that. Like, can you tell I was triggered? I really was. But, so they start being, he starts trying to be funny with her or whatever, where she's just like, okay, Samson's the man. And he's like, Charisse the woman. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. And I'm like, good, get the fuck on, Samson, because now we're over you. We're over you, buddy. You can't give us more. There's no more to you. Then we're gonna have to have you move along. And that's basically what she was saying. She said, she got to figure out what she want to do with him, because at this point, she's over him. She's not feeling him. Girl, bow out gracefully. I have way more respect for people on this show who bow out gracefully when okay, this is going no further for me. Like, I can't do any more here. I'm just gonna go. I like that way better than just holding on to play the game, because then it becomes stupid and it's like, for what? All right, we have scenes with Kayla and her two guys. Well, not I'm not gonna jump ahead like that. We have a scene with Kayla and Randall, and they go out, and she's basically, tell me, who am I? What am I? What do you want? Who do you want? What do you want? And she's doing the same thing to Mike later on, but again, I'm jumping ahead, but it's just too much. Like, again, this is Thirsty Kayla episode. This is Kayla Desperation episode. This is Kayla Pick Me, Choose Me episode, and it's not a good look for her. This whole episode where all these men are telling her, you're not my top, I like you just fine, but I'm not feeling you like that. And y'all, why she always wearing brown clothes? Why is she just brown as hell? She always wearing tan, brown, or some kind of neutral, natural tone. And I'm like, girl, I need you to spruce it up a little bit. Give us a little something extra. However, a pretty girl, I'll give you that. Her hair is terrible. Her edges, I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on with any of her wigs, and where her friends and fam, where are they at? They're allowing you to come on set. Like, they don't have a glam team somewhere behind the, anyway, I'm going on. But beautiful skin. Even when she's in her confessionals and she has on these little shirts or whatever, oh my God, her color, her tone, everything is beautiful. It's just all one tone. I just want her to change her hair color. Put a little bit of a, listen, I'm a chocolate sis. I wear pink lips. I can wear red lip. Like you can have a pop of color and it still looks good. You can do it. You don't have to have. I am going on a tangent about nothing. Sorry, guys. But anyway, she's sitting there asking him to choose her. And once again, Randall is giving the Randall answer of, I just don't know. It's a process. I got to go through the process. And I'm like, this dude don't like none of y'all. He is basically here saying, fuck all y'all. I'm just gonna stay on this show to win. Win what? I don't know, but he's just trying to be there in the end. And he's letting all y'all know, I'm not choosing you. I'm not choosing you, and I'm not choosing you. So who's he choosing? Y'all, if you can tell me, please tell me in the comments who you feel like Randall has a connection with, a true, real, valid, true connection. Let me know, because all he ever talks about, even when he goes to sit down with nephew Tommy in a little bit, all he talks about is how confused he really is. And I'm like, you're not confused. You don't care about none of them. None of them. Oh, it's so irritating. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do this show no more. I'm not gonna be able, after this season, I'm gonna have to let Ready to Love go because it's very irritating. It's more irritating than entertaining. And that is not what I want to do. I honestly don't want to sit here and just shit on the show constantly, but I guess because once again we never really feel a whole connection between these people because the show is just structured so crazy that we don't get to get in deep with them. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't get to really feel the connection. We get these little partial 2-minute dates or whatever, and we don't fall for any of these couples. Basically, like which ones did we like? I feel like at some point season 1, I really liked the two that made it out, even though it ended up, not working out. That happens. But with the guy that got really sick and the other one, I felt more of a connection with these people than I do now in terms of them having a connection. Now I just feel like it's all for show. All for show. All right, so now we're back at deliberation with with nephew Tommy telling them, who they feel should go home or who they're not connected to, and I'm like none of them. But anyway, Samson gives this answer. Oh my God, this bullshit answer about Sharice and they, they're connected, but they have some things to work on. He's like, what do they need to work on? Yeah, I'm okay with a woman speaking her mind, but it's just the way that you say it. And I'm like, I don't feel like she said anything wrong, and her tone was just regular. Like, why are they putting this on this girl? It's so messed up. I guess first impressions, and that's what they say, first impressions. And she gave off a first impression of being a super catty, shitty person, and that is what everybody is running with. As soon as she does something wrong, even though she's changed it up, they keep going back to that for every little thing because her tone was not rude with him and everything. But anyway, he said, that's a pill he has to swallow as well. Like, they both have to work on it. It's a politically correct answer, just pretty much saying, I'm still here, I'm still playing the game. Again, Randall is so confused. Full Force said he likes her more now than he did before. And I'm like, yeah, because y'all probably slept together. It's fine. Allegedly, even though nobody alleged it. But yeah, so anyway, we end up with Mike taking Brown Girl to dinner. And of course, she's sitting there with the whole pick me thing. And he's, kind of letting her know, once again, it's not you as my primary, but you're still ready to love. Fine. We have Randall taking out Crochet Hair. Y'all, Crochet Hair showed her ass again. Oh my God. Before he even got to it, just, don't say it. Just don't talk. I don't want to hear it. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. And I'm like, bitch, ain't nobody here for you. What is your deal? Like, when I tell you she flips. She flips. You got to watch her with that whole super sweet thing. And then immediately she flips. And he was just like, yo, what is happening here? And I'm like, yeah, that's the red flag getting up and walking away. Let her ass go. And then once again, she's back in confessional like, it's okay. It's all right. It was a learning experience. I was glad to meet everybody. It was amazing. But on the show, she's like super mad at him for letting her go. And I'm like, you already knew your guy was gone. You knew, like, unreal to me. I just don't understand people who act that way after, when it's time to go, it's just time to go. But that was the episode, you guys. If you are still here, you are the real MVP. I appreciate you. Again, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It is completely free and it helps me out. The likes help me out, you guys. Talk to me in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.